Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube. Today is Wednesday, November 11th, and you are listening to Tarot with Kuka. First and foremost, before we get started, I just wanted to say Happy Veterans Day to our veterans who have served and who are serving. Thank you for all you are doing for our country, and you are always honored. So, being that this is Wednesday and not the beginning of the week for my weekly read, I thought I would do something a little different in accordance to the moon cycle. So currently we are in the waning moon, which this, if you can see the Moonology card, it is what do you need to release. So with this cycle, we also have the moon that travels on a daily basis through the different zodiac signs, and today we actually have the waning moon in Libra. Libra is actually about partnerships and making peace, starting conversations, in which conversations are actually super important. I think we are at a time in our nation where we need to learn to listen to one another as somebody else is talking, and that's a great way to start moving forward with peace. So Libra, with the moon in Libra, it's about coming to agreements. It's don't let your head rule over your heart. Don't seek time to be alone. If you're looking for romance, it's a perfect time to go out and seek it. So today's attunement to the moon is it is safe to let go and move on. So as with the teaching of the waning cycle, you will see that the moon is growing smaller and smaller as she moves from the full to the new moon again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. And that is part of our growth, is letting go of things that no longer serve us. And so, and with the universe telling you it is safe to let go and move on. So what I thought I would do is part of learning tarot is doing some layouts according to maybe what your client would want, or even for your own personal. And so I thought what a perfect layout is to learn the waning moon cycle for card spread. So this spread was actually found in the Moonology Oracle Card Guidebook. So I thought instead of using the Oracle cards, I would actually use the Tarot, since we are in a phase of learning Tarot. So I'm just going to back this up a little bit as the cards come out of focus. And so as usual, I have cleared the energy of the previous reads, and I have shuffled, and so we're just going to do one single shuffle, and I'm going to draw 4 cards. Okay, so the first card is about what do we need to release, and there she is. And then the second card is what will help us, and so there she is. Okay, and then the fourth, I've never really, okay, they're next to each other. Okay, and then, and the fourth card is the final outcome. Okay. All right, people, we're going to do this together. This is, like I say, my kind of like a blind read, because like I don't know what cards we have or what we've selected. And so as you saw, I just drew what the cards are kind of like magnetically connected, and so whatever card is loose, it's kind of how I feel which card should be drawn. So the first card is what do we need to release? And what we have is the 4 of Pentacles. So Pentacles concerns work, and it could be family life, career, even environmental issues. Earth comes into play. So let's read the advice of the dead for the 4 of Pentacles, and kind of give us a guide to where to go towards the Four of Pentacles. From what I see here, it looks like there are some control issues with the Four of Pentacles coming into play. So, Four of Pentacles, the advice of the dead is make the most of this moment of stability to fully enjoy and benefit what you have gained. So, it seems, so this card to me seems like it's about balance, where, you know, you're either trying to, because what I feel is like if it's out of control or what you need to release, it seems like it's a control issue here. So one of the things is you are, you know, maybe you are in need some help and you're not willing to ask. You're letting your pride get away from you. And so it's kind of like what I see here is the pride issue is what's getting in your way of balancing, where, you know, it's okay to ask for help. And perhaps you are trying to hold on tightly to control and not letting the universe help you. You know, like you know, here, you know, there are, what I kind of see here is like there's a bigger picture of the universe being willing to help you, but you're so headstrong and so stubborn, you're trying to control and come to the solution yourself. And, you know, the phrase that comes to mind right now is letting go and let God. You know, so it, you know, again, you know, if you look here, you know, Santa Muerte, the bigger spirit, you know, she's kind of taking the person kind of out of this situation. Maybe the community is not, you know, helping, or you don't see where the community can help you. And so she's giving you a lift for the bigger picture. So the release here is let go of your self-control. All right, let's move on to the second card, which is what will help you. And it seems like the first card kind of gave that solution, right? So let's see what the second card has. Ah, interesting. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Cups, which is about choices. So, the advice of the dead from the Seven of Cups, and this is very interesting. So, again, this guidebook is, like I say, I'm not set up to, you know, I have to find the actual. So if you remember, cups kind of means your emotions. So the Seven of Cups is persevere in your projects and in your desires, having first thought them through and keeping your feet on the ground. So kind of like what I'm seeing here is you do have the ability to choose. The universe is actually giving you options. So it's not telling you that, you know, there is like this single path. You know, we all have, you know, set before us free will. And so there's, you know, it's almost like there's an infinite amount of paths that you have, and everything does boil down to a choice. So it's literally about making the right choice. With the moon being in Libra, one of the things that came out of the from the Moonology book was don't let your head overthink, you know, over your heart. And so if you notice at the cupboard is your heart. So making a choice with your heart gives you a higher connection to God to make the right choice. Again, letting go and letting God. It's still your free will, but again, when you make that heart-centered choice, that gives you the closest choice to your higher self and being on the path of alignment. So that's funny. The third card is what will help me to accept and surrender. this will be interesting. So what we have here is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So if you can see here, the picture is this person is standing on kind of like this foundation of, you know, skulls, and you know, and then there are 5 of them that are in green, you know, so the green is a color of healing. The green could be a color of money, but we are in the reverse position. So let's actually check out the 5 of Pentacles of the advice of the dead and see what we can draw for the reverse of what we can release here. With calm and through concrete and objective evaluation, you can go ahead, overcoming any crisis that you meet along your way. So again, it's still about being objective and being able to make the proper evaluations. So let's kind of get into a further study with the 5 of Pentacles here. So with the reverse of the 5 of Pentacles, it's kind of interesting because what it seems like, what it's giving to me is, you know, it's like a financial, you know, financial situation, like a financial loss or some financial loss, or even it seems like it's the worry over money is, and I kind of have a feeling we're all in that same boat. So the surrender here is really about letting go of our fears of over financial situation. You know, the universe is offering us help. It still wants us to use our free will for a choice, but we have to surrender our fears over money. And I think with the five of Pentacles, it kind of goes towards that. So the final outcome, interesting. So this is a very interesting card to have as a final outcome. It is the 2 of Swords. So in traditional tarot, the 2 of Swords is where the blades are crossed with swords, and so it means we are confused. So this is an interesting outcome. So let's take a look at what the advice of the dead is with the 2 of Swords. Because again, you know, the fear of money can cause a lot of issues, where it even creeps into your family life. So the advice of the dead: you can put your trust in others only afterwards. Therefore now work to clear things and to reach a point of meeting between the 2 conflictual questions. And so again, you know, with the moon being in Libra, the waning moon, it's about kind of having a resolution and coming to end with these conflicts. And again, it's up to us. You know, we have the 2 of Swords here, and people kind of look at that card as a very negative sign. And the way I see it is, it's kind of a reminder to pull through our strength, because what, you know, it's about being unable to make a choice, making a difficult decision. So we do have some challenges here, and that's okay. Part of being human is, you know, coming to terms with making very difficult choices. And I think, again, you know, instead of looking at this message and saying, you know, the outcome is going to be awful, you know, it's a difficult choice and I'm not going to do it, the moon guidance it actually positively gives you the tools. Because again, with the moon in Libra, it is about making peace. It's about starting this conversation. So you hear how the solutions are provided. You know, maybe come to terms with your partnership. Is your partnership really working out? Is your relationship bringing you peace and love and joy? Or is it a toxic relationship and possibly what you have to let go of? Are you happy at your job? Are you at a point at your job where, you know, your health is being affected? So it seems like we have a lot of tough choices to make, but the universe, again, wants us to have joy, happiness, love, and peace in our heart. And so take into consideration the tools and what the universe desires of us. God doesn't want us miserable. God doesn't want us sad. We have to make some choices. And so for the fun of it, I'm just kind of curious. I would like to pull just one additional card and see what the moon has to say with everything, and maybe we'll get an additional message from the moon. So let me do a quick shuffle. This is so these cards are kind of heavy, so clearing the deck, and let's move this up. All right, let's do one quick shuffle with the Moonology card, because I have a feeling I don't want to leave people in a fear base, and so let's get one final message from the moon as we are in the waning moon, because we are now going to be entering a new moon, I think. Is it a new moon in Scorpio? New moon in Sag? All right, here we go. Wow. So this is what the universe, and like I say, I consider the moon God's signpost. And check this out. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So again, this is what the universe has in store for us. It wants us to be at peace. It wants us to be happy. All we have to do is take that step, make that choice, trust and surrender ourselves to God, to the universe, and stop trying to take control of our situation. It's like, you know, that AA phrase, let go and let God. When we let the universe take control and we let God guide us, this is what we'll get. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So on that note, I just want to send everybody love, light, and many, many blessings. Take care.